Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Back in the studio today. Bigging up to everybody who tuned in yesterday. Great show. I spoke yesterday, obviously, about Arsenal not attending the tour over there in Florida and sent commiserations to all the American fans. Learning today that Inter Milan have also pulled out of that tour as well to Florida. So real shame. Let's hope that Arsenal can get that back on for next season, and hopefully the COVID situation will be a bit better. But that definitely now not happening. So it's all about transfers now. We're really focused on that. Who are Arsenal going to bring in? The focus really seems to be turning to the goalkeeping area, right? We've seen in the couple of friendlies that we've played so far that we've had the two novice goalkeepers of Okawonko and also Hein in goal. We haven't had Leno back yet, and we don't really have a proper number two goalkeeper because Matt Ryan has left the club and has now signed for Real Sociedad. So in my view, we need two goalkeepers. But some of the crazy stuff that is coming out of Arsenal right now is around goalkeepers. I really can't get my head around, and I wanted to find out how you guys are feeling on this. Bernd Leno, who I think has been a very, very good goalkeeper for Arsenal since he joined in 2018, is apparently they're looking to possibly move him on and get rid of Leno and bring in somebody else. Lots of reports out there that Arsenal are willing to sell Leno if they can recoup back the £22.5 million they paid for him in 2018 when they bought him from Leverkusen. Now, it's baffling to me. He had, not a great season last year by his very high standards. We know that Leno, I think, has done very well for Arsenal since he's come in. But I thought last year was a bit of a mixed bag from Leno, sometimes putting in some great saves, great performances, other times, making some poor errors. His playing out from the back was sometimes, very slow. There were errors in his game, but nothing that I saw that I'd be like, well, sell him. And then also what really, really makes it even more baffling is that if that is how Arsenal felt, and specifically we put this down on Mikel Arteta and Edu, they are the guys now in charge of all transfer activity. If that's how they felt and they had doubts about Leno, why did they sell Emi Martinez to Aston Villa for £20 million last season? I remember having the debate numerous times, doing shows. I remember going back and forth with DT on this one, saying that, for me, at that time, Emi Martinez was the number one goalkeeper at Arsenal. He'd come in because of the unfortunate injury to Leno after that Brighton game, and he'd done brilliantly. He was there when we won the FA Cup, done brilliantly in that. Community Shield. And then all of a sudden, I was saying at the time, for me, he has to keep that number one spot and Leno has to win it back. But all of a sudden, we opted to sell him, get rid of him, and keep Leno. Leno is our number one. Now, we're looking to get rid of Leno. So that just slaps off. We've made a horrendous mistake then in letting Emi Martinez go. That's my view on it. If we are indeed thinking of selling Leno. And I do think there is something in this that they might be prepared to get to Leno, to sell Leno on. When you see that, and this has been going on for most of the transfer window so far, that we are continually being linked with a move for Aaron Ramsdale, right? I've got on there reported fee of 24 million. That was when we first done the caption. That was when we first getting linked with him. Now we're being told that Sheffield United want 32 million. There's talk that Arsenal may be winning, we're ready in a bid of 30 million. But Sheffield United is saying, no, we want 32 million. 32 million pound for Aaron Ramsdale when we sold a goalkeeper for 20 million in Emi Martinez, won the Golden Glove at the Copa America recently, player of the season at Aston Villa last year. We sold him for 20 million. Now we want to buy Aaron Ramsdale for 32 million and get rid of the keeper we sold him for. Seriously, I'm baffled. I'm baffled. I don't know about you guys out there. This one, if it all happens as it, you know, a lot of talk is about it, and as I said, the Ramsdale rumors are not idle talk. There is a lot in this. I just look at this and I say, well, then somebody's got some very, very serious questions to answer, right? They need to answer this. Runarsson. Whose idea was it to sign Runarsson? Who's come in, and again, we're getting rid of. We're probably going to go out on loan to a team in Turkey. Whose idea was that? And seriously, today I'm just looking at things and I'm like, can these guys be trusted with transfers if they're going to make these horrific mistakes? And also, Aaron Ramsdale, I'm sorry, and I don't want to do him down. And there must be something about him because he made the England squad, even though he didn't play, but he made the England squad for the Euros. But I'm sorry, when I've seen him play, yes, he can be a great shot stopper. Yes, he had a lot to do last year when playing for Sheffield United, obviously. But I don't see it. I don't see this great goalkeeper. He's been relegated twice. I don't see it. I don't see it. You know, I spoke to a Sheffield United friend that I know, asked him. He's like, 32 million, happy days. We only paid about, was it 18 for him? I don't see it. And he said to me, he goes, he was nowhere near as good as when they had Henderson, who was on loan from Man United the previous season. So it's really, really baffling to me. We're also, of course, being linked with Sam Johnstone of West Brom, who, by the way, they also went down. So that's another relegated goalkeeper. But he would be cheaper than Aaron Ramsdale. A lot of people rate him a lot higher than Aaron Ramsdale as well. So he's still being linked. But the goalkeeping situation right now at Arsenal, as there is in certain other positions, looks to me to be an absolute mess. And yet again, now we're going to shelve out big money on a goalkeeper when we had an excellent goalkeeper. We've let him go. We've got another good goalkeeper in Leno, and we're considering letting him go. It is completely baffling. You can't even look at age and things like this. And I know Leno's about 29 now, but that's nothing in goalkeeper ages. You know what I mean? Goalkeepers play until, you know, they can play until they're nearly 40, you know, and still be at the top of their game. So I am completely lost and baffled. Can somebody please help me out in the comments in this area? Somebody might have seen Aaron Ramsdale. Maybe you're a Sheffield United fan and you differ to my mate and you can tell me something different. Manuel Locatelli, by the way, who we've been linked with forever in this transfer window. We know that Arsenal have put the money on the table to buy him. They've offered £35 million. Looks like he's edging closer and closer to signing for Juventus. Sassuolo apparently willing to accept a 2-year loan of 8 to 10 million euros with an obligation to buy at the end of that for 25 million plus 10 million euros in add-ons. So we know, of course, that Manuel Locatelli wants to go to Juventus as well, wants to stay in Italy. So this one seems to be slipping away from Arsenal. And those are our priorities right now. Our priorities should be the midfield area. And I'm not seeing enough movement on it. But now attention shifting a lot to goalkeeper. I mean, what do you guys think? I'm a bit, as I said, I'm pissed off about this. So I want to ask you guys, what are you guys saying? How are you guys feeling about this? Sell Leno, bring in Aaron Ramsdale as our number one. And then even then, we need a number two, right? Because we ain't got a number two really in effect. So the goalkeeping situation right now at Arsenal is a mess. Whose fault is it? How has it got to this? Why did we sell Martinez? Should we keep Leno? Should we get Ramsdale? Should we get Johnstone? Should we keep Runarsson or sell him? Over to you guys. Over to you, because I'm lost today. Listen, thanks for watching the show. Don't forget to tune into the guys tonight. AFTV News Daily. You know what? They probably keep this one going because we're all lost about it. So make sure you tune into that tonight at 6 o'clock. And don't forget, I'll be back here in the morning with another AFTV Transfer Daily. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. And don't forget to subscribe here to AFTV.